Oh dear lord, the Sky are screwed. The Sky are screwed. You might say the sky is falling. But yeah, the Sky GM has come out. Apologies there. The Sky GM has come out and talked about the team's bad start, and there are some things that I'm like, oh dear God, this team is screwed.
The Chicago Sky didn't just throw Angel Reese under the bus. They hit the gas, backed over her, and made sure everyone was watching when they did it. When general manager Jeff Pagliocca publicly singled her out with the comment, "We need more out of you," that wasn't helpful feedback. It was a calculated takedown. It's the basketball version of delivering a slap in the form of a press release. This wasn't about inspiring improvement. It was about sending a message. The Sky are clearly frustrated, and Angel Reese is now the one taking the heat.
It's going down in Chicago. The sky is falling. The sky is falling. We got the Chicago Sky general manager, Jeff P., throwing Angel Reese under the bus? Jeff P. said he's had enough of missed layups.
Angel Reese entered the WNBA with the swagger of Kanye at a runway show and drew media attention on par with Taylor Swift crashing an NFL game. She wasn't just a rookie, she was Kai Barbie, bold, magnetic, and wrapped in sky-high expectations, like she'd been handed the weight of a championship from day one. Fans bought into the hype, a headline-making sensation, a brand on the move. But just a few games in, and the Chicago Sky front office seems to be treating her like a bargain bin Barbie, worn down, overlooked, and stripped of the shine she came in with.
Dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. Again. And I had just complimented Angel Reese for being efficient. I had just complimented Angel Reese for putting together a respectable performance. Of course, the Chicago Bravado, they still got their ass kicked, but that doesn't matter. All that matters to the lonely men who follow Angel Reese on social media is that she looks good. But like I told you guys the other day, an excellent performance from Angel Reese, it is rare.
General manager Jeff Pagliocca, who, let's be real, isn't exactly praised for his subtlety, ditched the usual polished coach speak and went full scorched earth in a live press conference. Forget the safe, generic lines like the team as a whole needs to improve. Jeff skipped all that. He grabbed the mic like he was starring in a courtroom drama, locked eyes with the press, and delivered a direct hit. We need more out of Angel Reese. No beating around the bush, no coded language. He name-dropped her under the spotlight, loud and clear. Subtlety? That checked out with last season's leftover jerseys.
It's a long season, a lot of game left, but this is unexpected and I've been very disappointed. General manager Jeff Pagliocca told the Sun-Times as he sat in seats at Barclays Center watching his team's morning shoot-around. We had pretty big, significant expectations for the season, which is why I made the moves I made. His assessment was that the Sky's 2-6 need to improve everywhere going into to address the lack of cohesion on defense and poor shooting. Going into Tuesday night's loss, they let a league worst 90.1 points per game. We're shooting just 39%.
And if you thought that public call-out was fiery, that was just the warm-up. What went down behind closed doors made it look like a casual brunch. According to insiders, things went completely off the rails. Voices hit glass-shattering levels. Fingers were flying like accusations in a courtroom, and chairs were reportedly moved in ways that made it clear they were one bad comment away from being airborne. The locker room might still be shaking from the aftershock. This wasn't just a post-game debrief. It was a full-blown emotional detonation masquerading as a team meeting. Picture a group therapy session with none of the healing and a whole lot of pent-up frustration. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe my channel for more awesome content. Thanks.
Oh, this was it. Let me start it over here. So Angel Reese hair was pulled and she immediately, oh my God, she pushed the player. Camila Cardoso stepped in. Come on, bro. This is bad. This is bad. Angel Reese did speak to reporters immediately after the game. Check out what she had to say. Roll the footage, man.
And I kind of been a passer all my career. I came out of high school as the #1 wing and trying to get back to that, trying to get back to being super versatile. And Tyler made that emphasis early on in the season. I didn't understand it. And I really was kind of confused and trying to figure it out. And I'm still figuring it out.
To be fair, Angel Reese hasn't exactly been lighting up the scoreboard this season. In 2025, she's averaging 10 points per game while shooting a cold 35% from the floor. Now, credit where it's due, she's dominating the glass like a wrecking ball, pulling down 12 rebounds a night. But let's be honest, rebounding alone doesn't win games, especially when you're missing wide-open layups like it's a bricklaying contest. If we had $1 for every shot she's blown right at the rim, we could probably buy out the entire Chicago Sky front office and still afford a stadium snack. Compare that to her rookie year, 13.6 points per game on a slightly better 39% shooting. Sure, it wasn't exactly sharpshooter territory, but no one was expecting logo threes. What we were expecting? That she'd finish the easy looks, especially the ones inside 3 feet. Instead, it's been a frustrating combo of effort, energy, and missed chances. The potential is obvious, but at some point, it has to show up on the scoreboard. Otherwise, all that confidence starts to look more like smoke than fire.
But the point is, you're posting this, you've got a game at 11 a.m. Central Time, and you are a 6'3" forward shooting 36% from the field, and you're averaging over 3 points less a game than you were last year, and you can't even get a block shot at your height. You're also, by the way, down a rebound and a half a game. And this is what you're worried about, is social media chatter. And look, she must... I think here's the thing. She must love this. Otherwise, she wouldn't keep crashing out and posting things like this. Guys, this is cringe.
Whoever came up with the me-bounds thing, y'all ate that up. Because rebounds, me-bounds, rebounds, key-bounds, T-bounds, T-bounds, anything that comes off that board, it's mine.
But Jeff wasn't just dissecting stat sheets or box scores. This went beyond numbers. This was about accountability, that corporate buzzword that usually signals someone's about to be called out in the most polite, public way possible. She's had some great games, he said, with the enthusiasm of someone trying to hype up a salad at a steakhouse. And some games that haven't been her best. That's GM code for, we're tearing our hair out behind the scenes while smiling for the cameras. Then came the kicker, the golden nugget of PR spin. We need her to help us in other ways too. Oh really, Jeff? Like what? Hosting halftime trivia? Handing out foam fingers? Because if Angel Reese is now the team's emotional mascot, that's certainly a new job description. Let's be real. Other ways in basketball doesn't mean beauty tutorials or pumping out inspirational Instagram posts. It means the gritty stuff, locking in on defense, diving for loose balls, igniting the huddle with energy. It's the intangible hustle, the fire, the leadership, the kind of presence that holds a shaky team together when shots aren't falling. And when your offense goes cold, those little things are what separate the good players from the truly great ones.
Is under fire from the Chicago Sky general manager. The general manager names Angel Reese by name and says, we need more out of you. Now I'm scrolling through Twitter, doing my thing. You guys know how I do. Got the air breezing through my hair in those Twitter streets. I do. And I take a look and I see something that catches my attention. The Chicago Sky make a request to Angel Reese amid losing streak. Interesting. What is this request? Let's
not overlook the irony here. The Chicago Sky are stumbling along with a 2-6 record, giving up a league-worst 90 points per game, and shooting a dismal 39% from the field. Yet somehow, the front office zeroed in on Angel Reese like she's the one who secretly deflated the basketballs. Never mind that veteran floor general Courtney Vandersloot is out for the season. Never mind that coach Tyler Marsh built the entire offensive game plan around Camila Cardoso, who's been about as dependable as a dollar store umbrella in a hurricane. But sure, let's act like Angel is the root of all their problems. At this point, you've got to wonder, is this even about basketball anymore? Or is it about branding and perception? Angel Reese was billed as the savior, the Gen Z magnet, the TikTok sensation who'd inject some LSU sparkle and NCAA star power into the league. But here's the truth. When you're missing layups and getting blown out by 20, nobody's lining up for merch or tuning in for choreographed lip syncs. Branding is great, but buckets win games. And right now, Angel's brand is taking more hits than Caitlin Clark trying to draw a foul.
It says here, guys, that the general manager, Jeff Pagliocca, is it Pagliocca or Pagliosa? You guys know I'm bad with names. But pretty much he's opened up the publications about his team's performance and shared his thoughts on how Angel Reese could contribute more to their team's goals, and admits he's disappointed with the start to the WNBA season. What did you expect, Jeff? You sold your future for the present. You really had in your head that Angel Reese is a #1 talent. She's a superstar. And you guys continue to inflate her head, inflate her mindset, which feeds the mentality.
And speaking of Caitlyn, oh yes, we're definitely going there. While Angel Reese is being publicly singled out by her own GM and thrown under a double-decker bus, Caitlyn Clark is practically being paraded through the league on a golden chariot like it's her personal coronation tour. The numbers? Just a casual 19 points, over 9 assists, and 6 boards per game, plus a triple-double, like it's just another Tuesday night run. She's launching threes with video game precision, like she's got the Steph Curry algorithm loaded up, and the ball is simply doing her bidding. Meanwhile, Angel's jump shot is looking more like she's trying to shoot a greased watermelon. Yes, she's still grinding, pulling rebounds, bringing effort, and flashing smiles in post-game interviews, but behind the scenes, it's a different vibe. Word is, some vets have had enough. They are tired of blown layups, tired of watching winnable games slip away because someone couldn't finish at the rim. One insider even dropped this gem. There are players in that locker room who think she's getting chances they'd never be allowed to waste. That's not just irritation, that's resentment. And resentment? That's the fast track to locker room fractures, playoff hopes fading, and a whole lot of off-season drama waiting to explode.
Look, this page was never intended to talk about bias in sports, let alone the world, right? But there's clear...
Get into a bag. We're trying to flex on this? This is not impressive. Bro, this can't be real, dog. Does she know what me-bounds mean? T-shirts, sweatshirts, and hats? You really think you gonna make a lot of money with this merch? I saw a girl make a video. She was like, I can't wait to get my sweatshirt. I can't wait to get my hat and my me-bounds merch. Y'all remember when Russell Westbrook went to the Lakers? He was shooting poorly and they was calling him West Brick. But imagine if Westbrook would have took that West Brick and trademarked it and made t-shirts and sweatshirts. Me-bounds is an insult. It means all your rebounds are coming from your misses. You really want your fans to be rocking merch that actually insults your play? I mean, if you make a lot of money, you're gonna have thousands and thousands of people wearing merch that insults you.
And you can also kiss goodbye that glossy, influencer-style rollout they wrapped around Angel Reese like it was part of her rookie deal. Let's not act like this was all her doing. Insiders say the Chicago Sky wanted her to lean into the Kai Barbie persona. Brand deals, red carpets, flashy appearances. The front office pushed the spotlight on her because they needed it. So now, when she's a little sluggish at practice after a night on the fashion circuit, suddenly she's the problem? The same XX who paraded her around for press are now acting shocked, like she walked into the gym in heels instead of sneakers. And let's talk about Jeff Pagliocca while we're at it. He didn't just randomly inherit this GM job. He built this mess. He crafted the roster, signed off on the coaching hires, greenlit every branding play. Yet now that things are spiraling into mid-season meltdown territory, it's Angel who's catching all the heat? Please. She's 22, still learning the ropes in a brutal league. Meanwhile, Jeff's out here lobbing blame from inside the glass house he personally designed. If accountability had a Hall of Fame, Jeff wouldn't even make the nomination list. Time to take some real ownership, or at the very least, put down the stones before the whole structure comes crashing down.
By her teammates in the front office of this organization, and you are wondering why you can't get high performance out of your superstar #1 player and why the team chemistry is just not there. You literally have a team full of old veterans. You guys see it every night. They don't have any juice.
Let's be clear, this isn't a cancel Angel story. She's far from a lost cause. Angel Reese has shown glimpses of the same brilliance that made her a household name before she even touched a WNBA court. Her rebounding is relentless, her energy contagious, and there's no question she's one of the hardest working rookies in the league. She said it herself. I put my head down and work every single day. I know the results will come. And maybe they will. But in Chicago, patience is wearing thin. This was supposed to be the rebuild. Angel was the face of the future, the spark to relight the franchise. But so far, it's felt more like turbulence than takeoff, moments of promise clouded by inconsistency and rookie growing pains. And now, the whispers are turning into real talks. Word is, the GM has started quietly scanning other rosters, scouts are lurking, watching more polished forwards from afar. No one's shouting trade just yet, but the smoke is in the air. And when there's smoke in the WNBA, a watch bomb is usually just a click away. This isn't just about missed layups. It's about a franchise wondering if they jump too fast, and whether they can afford to wait while the spotlight grows hotter by the day.
Top, oh, she turned it into a bag. We're trying to flex on this? This is not impressive. Bro, this can't be real, dog. Does she know what me-bounds mean? T-shirts, sweatshirts, and hats? You really think you're gonna make a lot of money with this merch? I saw a girl make a video. She was like, I can't wait to get my sweatshirt. I can't wait to get my hat and my me-bounds merch. Y'all remember when Russell Westbrook went to the Lakers? He was shooting poorly and they was calling him West Brick. But imagine if Westbrook would have took that West Brick and trademarked it and made t-shirts and sweatshirts. Me-bounds is an insult. It means all your rebounds are coming from your misses. You really want your fans to be rocking merch that actually insults your play? I mean, if you make a lot of money, you're gonna have thousands and thousands of people.
And while we're at it, how is Angel Reese the first name out of Jeff Pagliocca's mouth, but not Camila Cardoso? She's also been underwhelming, yet somehow escapes the public heat. So either Jeff's memory is selective, or he's showing signs of favorite child syndrome. Either way, the optics are rough. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark is out here breathing life into the entire league. She's the one player fans are flying across the country to see. One of her games pulled in 66 million viewers on ESPN, while other WNBA broadcasts are struggling to crack 5 figures. And yet, people keep trying to drag her into drama she didn't create. Say what you will, but Caitlin's got composure. She doesn't clap back. She doesn't pout. She drops numbers and keeps it moving. And make no mistake, the league sees it. Caitlin Clark is on track to become the first WNBA player to pull in $1 million salary because she moves the needle. While Angel's team is teetering, Caitlin's selling out arenas, shaking hands, and casually knocking down threes at a 50% clip. As one fan said after meeting her, she's the GOAT. She signed my jersey. I cried. Be honest, when's the last time anyone cried over an Angel Reese layup?
So Angel Reese came out and had a 12 rebound, 4-point, 2 assist game in the absence of Caitlin Clark tonight. Angel, they're not coming for you. They're coming to watch the prodigal son or daughter, Caitlin Clark. So as the Indiana Fever beat the Chicago Sky by 29 points without Caitlin Clark, I asked the EBT community, do y'all have eyes? Like, these two players have nothing in common. This league is going the way that it's going because Caitlin Clark exists.
At this point, the Chicago Sky organization has made one thing painfully clear. This is a business, not a fan club. If Angel Reese can't deliver, if she keeps hitting the backboard like it owes her money, then she's not immune. That Kai Barbie glow? It's starting to flicker. The same spotlight that made her a sensation is now turning up the heat. Time's ticking. The locker room is buzzing. Fans are side-eyeing every missed layup. And Jeff Pagliocca? He's got his hand hovering over the rebuild button. Angel came into the league ready to prove she was more than just hype. Now, she has to prove it fast. Because in the WNBA, grace periods are short. You either finish strong, or get finished. And if she doesn't turn it around soon, this won't be remembered as a rookie growing through struggles. It'll be remembered as a franchise that bet big on a brand, and lost even bigger where it mattered most: the scoreboard.